Tennant is returning as the Doctor a little sooner than we might have expected.
Good. So, this is like an extra episode of David Tennant as the Doctor, right, Harry?
Or is it? It's been revealed that at this year's BBC Children in Need, which I believe is the 17th of November, Friday the 17th of November.
Remember, Friday the 17th of November.
Children in Need on BBC. That's how it goes.
Yep.
So, for any international viewers, because I'm sure we have at least one American listening in / watching
Howdy.
this. How do you do, partner? Tip Stetson. But yeah,
pass me that cold Bud Light, Budweiser, alcoholic beverage.
Tim, we're alienating our American audience. We have to stop. But BBC's Children in Need is one of two big charity night events that the BBC airs every year.
Children in Need and Text Santa.
What? What's Text Santa?
Do you not remember Text Santa?
I think
it was like the ITV version at Christmas where it's like, you text the word Santa to this number and you can watch Ant and Dec eat a kangaroo penis on telly.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
Well, we're sidelining. Carry on.
Yeah, so BBC Children in Need, big charity event, and usually they have loads of kind of like special things to keep viewers watching and keep them donating to good causes.
They'll have the cast of EastEnders doing musical numbers.
I mean, yeah, I think that's something they've done more than once.
Or they'll have TV puppets doing the Great British Bake Off.
Did they do that? They should do that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I want to see Kermit making some Bakewell tarts.
Or Basil Brush making some bum buns.
Ah! They should use that. They're going to use that. They're going to steal that from us.
That's a good idea, that.
Yeah. But one of the special things they're doing this year is a special Doctor Who instalment, which will see the 14th Doctor return to our screens. That's all we know.
Right, okay. So they said this last year, or earlier this year, for Red Nose Day, and all it was an opening skit of David Tennant as David Tennant in his Doctor Who outfit, regenerating into Lenny Henry, the host of Children in Need, Red Nose Day.
Yeah. See,
I hope it's not like that, because it says as the 14th Doctor, and previously under Russell's era, the Children in Need charity specials have always been quite good.
Yeah, like, I remember the first one, and this occupies a very weird place in Doctor Who history, is before the Christmas invasion, there was this kind of short episode filmed just in a TARDIS between...
Born Again.
Yeah, Born Again. And it's between David Tennant and Billy Piper, and it's the moments directly after the parting of the ways and Rose getting her head around regeneration. And it's such a weird thing, because that sounds like such an important moment, and it explained to audiences or reintroduced the idea of regeneration and what it was and how it worked. And yet now, whenever we go back and watch New Who, you can completely skip it. You don't need to watch it. You can go straight to Christmas Invasion. You don't feel like you've missed anything. But on BBC, this is like really important that you watch this, because it shows Rose getting her head around the fact that Doctor's regenerated and how it works, and that it is the same man and not just like the Slovene who's changed or something. Yeah. So if it's something like that, then this is going to be like a pretty big moment. If this is like canonically our first proper moments with David Tennant as the Doctor again.
Well, there's been a 14th Doctor comic book series
already,
about a newly regenerated 14th Doctor. I'm just getting it here. I believe it's called Libertation of the Daleks. I'm just scrolling here. This is from TARDIS Wiki, our favourite site, unofficial sponsor of the podcast. Libertation of the Daleks was a comic story published in Doctor Who magazine starring the 14th Doctor as portrayed on television by David Tennant. In what was... flipping adverts. This is what I don't miss about doing this podcast. It's trying to read stuff while adverts pop up on various sites. It was preemptive description by editor Marcus Hearn in Doctor Who magazine's 583rd issue column, as an unprecedented move in the magazine's 43-year history. The strip was the first full story in any medium to start the 14th Doctor, being printed a mere 2.5 weeks after the broadcast of The Power of the Doctor. The story picked up immediately from his regeneration at the end of that episode, officially beginning the line of stories that were effectively in lockstep with the television continuity for the first time in Doctor Who's magazine series. Additionally, it was the first Doctor Who magazine strip since Children of the Revolution, 22 years prior, to feature the Daleks as a major force, and the first strip to serve as a post-regeneration story.
And it's interesting because on paper that sounds like that would be the equivalent to Born Again, what that was back in 2005. And mine's like, it's in that story, stuff like Jodie's screwdriver gets destroyed, the interior to the TARDIS, Jodie's interior, I don't know if that gets destroyed. That's probably going to be the last time we see that interior. So
I've got a slight synopsis of part 1 of Limitation of the Daleks, if you'd like to hear it.
Sure, go on, pop off.
The newly regenerated 14th Doctor takes a look to see what the universe has to offer. Before being distracted by a noise, noting a change in his new yet old body, the TARDIS suddenly dematerializes without its input. With the TARDIS landing for the first time in this incarnation, the Doctor sees his outside Wembley Stadium on Saturday the 30th of July 1966, the date of the 1966 World Cup final. And then the Daleks invade the World Cup final, I think.
Oh? And a Doctor plays some footy against the Daleks?
Bloody hell, I'm playing some bloody football because I'm British.
That's exactly what the 14th Doctor sounds like.